the Comic DF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video, and this time we are looking at what is going on with Antarctica. So as always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. There are zero facts here, besties. Don't look at me, don't come for me, okay? Okay. But if you enjoy these videos, please leave it a like. It really does support my channel. Hey, besties. Hey, regulars. Hope y'all are doing well. If you're not a subscriber, please consider it. We'd love to have you here. And if you don't enjoy conspiracy and, you know, more out of this world type of videos, then I have a whole playlist for pop culture as well. I also have psychological videos, mental health videos, spiritual videos. So go ahead and check those out. But besties, I already did the reading, and I'm not gonna lie, I think this is my favorite one so far. Second to the dinosaur ones. I really like the dinosaur one. But I hope that you guys enjoy this. Please let me know in the comments if you can fill in any of the gaps for any people that do research on Antarctica and things that they may have heard. But again, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. If you like these videos, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, all the links are down below. But without further ado, happy Friday, or whenever you're seeing this. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I sure as hell did. But let's get into it. All right, besties. So we are going to start by first everything that I channeled, and then we'll get into tarot. We'll do some oracles. We'll call it a day. And as always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. Just fun. Okay. So immediately what I was getting, I kept hearing big wig meetings. And I was drawn to how a lot of people say that there's no way that a bunch of rich people could keep a secret. And I was drawn to how, and allegedly for entertainment purposes only, that we see people who try to out things, right? But then in the media, they look absolutely crazy. Like I'm being drawn to Orlando Brown, right? Yeah, he's the That's So Raven guy. Isaac Cappy I'm being drawn to. Just people that have like, oh, and then like I'm also being drawn to Tom Hanks' Instagram and how like, I wonder if this is just a random download. But I'm being drawn to it now. How Tom Hanks had that picture on Instagram that kind of lined up with like, why were you around the place that Isaac Cappy passed away? Like, I don't know what that has to do with anything. I'm channeling as I go. But back to the point, it's like the reason that rich people can keep secrets is because they have money. People have tried to come out, but then things happen, you know, they get crazy. They supposedly unalive themselves. I mean, we've seen some levels of corruption, so that's not really out of the realm of shock, right? But then that's kind of like my point is like, what I'm seeing is groups from around the world that are in this together. It's like we're putting our differences aside for the greater good of exploration, if that's making sense. So I don't buy that like one group has power over this land. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, this land is your land, this land is my land, and I'm seeing different countries. So I don't buy that this is just a place that you can't go to because like, are people saying that like it's not safe? Because BS, it's definitely safe. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. The next thing I was drawn to was Bilderberg meetings. And if you guys haven't heard of that, I highly recommend Googling it because it's like the closest to them telling us the truth about conspiracy related things, because Bilderberg, just to sum it up, is a meeting of very rich people. I believe it happens once a year. People that you shouldn't really think to be together, but they meet up. And I've said this in a prior video, I don't remember which one, where it's like you got politicians from all over the world, but then you also have like the creator of Amazon and the creator of Facebook, and you got people from the New York Times, and they're all coming together in this meeting that you're not allowed to record it. You're not allowed to take notes. Like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, that's it. I just heard that, but I forgot what state it was or town, whatever. I live not near there. But that being said, I feel like this is a group of people, individuals all around the world. I also heard summit. So I feel like they get together for meetings, just like the Bilderberg meetings that I was talking about. They get together for meetings. I heard strategy, and then I was drawn to military. So I also believe that there are military operations going on. And when I heard that, I was also drawn to Area 51 and how Area 51 is known for, like, even though they won't say it, it's known for ETs, and it's known for like development of spacecraft and stuff like that. So I feel like what we have going on is basically like this giant network of doing things under wraps before we're ready to tell people, before they could handle it, or stuff they never want us to know about it. It could be a mixture of both, because when I was like, Spirit, let me see what this looked like, what I saw was a mixture of like an outlet mall, like a giant outlet mall, right? I actually had to pause the video. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I've been getting so many distractions trying to make this video. It's like the universe does not want me to make this video, which means I'm going to make it even stronger. But that being said, I believe I left off at, yeah, the outlet malls. Okay. So I'm getting this view of like a giant mega outlet mall, but it's kind of more of a metaphor of like, there's a lot of things that you could do down there. Like I'm seeing tinkering. I'm seeing like scientists that are like developing things. I'm also seeing like, I'm hearing war strategies and strategies involving like either peace treaties or, I mean, it depends on the groups, but there's a lot of different groups. There's a lot of different countries under there. I don't buy if they said that this is like one person's land or if it's no man's land. BS, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. There's a lot of beings. Oh. I was going to wait on that one. Pause. But anyway, before I get to that, the outlet mall kind of gave me this vibe of like, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of things to be done under there. Also saw tunnels and portals, which is why I think beings was a Freudian slip. I was seeing that like, I feel like Antarctica has been used prior to whatever's going on today, like humanity, civilization. I feel like it had been, because what I'm seeing is like paleontology and how like, you know, you dig to find things. I feel like it initially started as people were digging to find out about Antarctica, and what they found was like, yeah, because I'm seeing someone with a jaw drop. It's like they found stuff. So I do also believe that this has something to do with extraterrestrials, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. How deep that goes, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it. But I also was very drawn to portals, and that really doesn't shock me because they're acting as if Antarctica is so sacred. So I do believe that somewhere in there is some form of like a portal. And I don't know if, I feel like it's underground. I don't believe that it's like on land. I feel like it's underground. And I also believe that, I feel like it was previously excavated, because you have to remember, other beings, other whatever the hell came before us have lived on this planet. And just like, you know, climate change is real and it's occurring, we have to remember that at one point the planet probably looked a lot different, right? And so what I'm seeing is like the planet was different a long time ago, and other beings were in control of whatever Antarctica originally was. And I feel like they left stuff there because I'm being drawn to like paleontology, where it's like you excavate something and you find something that you didn't plan on finding. So I also think that this is why it became like hush hush, top secret. Probably why I was also drawn to Area 51, not just because, you know, it's need to know type of energy, but it's also like they found stuff, and it's almost like they picked up where whatever was there left off. Like I'm seeing like mummies in my mind's eye, but I feel like that's more metaphorical. It's like we found things under there that would probably actually help us with real history. But again, I just keep hearing need to know. So I do believe that military's involved in this, but I also keep hearing like black ops. So I don't believe that it's just your average like military. It's like people that are high-ranking officials, high-ranking people. But again, like I was really drawn to Men in Black, but like a little bit about the ET as well. But also like, remember how when Will Smith first walks into the building and it's like perfectly white and it's clean, and it's, back when we saw the movie and it first came out, it seemed like it was advanced for that era. That's kind of the vibe of what's down there. It's like a giant, it's like its own city. It's like if we were confused and went down there and we're like, is this Atlantis? Like, that's kind of the vibe of this. It's its own, like, breakaway civilization. Thank you, Spirit. I just heard breakaway civilization. So I feel like this is where people go down to meet, where they can't get in trouble because they're not, you know, being watched and not being followed. Because I also saw paparazzi, and then I saw that, like, giant circle that's red with a line through it. So it's like, media can't get to you here. This is why, like, they play under the guise of, like, this is super dangerous, and if you go here, we can't help you. But, like, at the same time, if it's super dangerous, why is it when we cross a certain line we no longer have rights? You know what I mean? So they are definitely, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, they're hiding stuff. But that being said, I don't know for sure if it's, like, nefarious. It doesn't necessarily feel nefarious. It feels advanced, and it feels need to know. That's what I'm hearing. Advanced, need to know. And I also feel that the reason that we don't really see too much, and people being like, well, of course people aren't going over there, we're not seeing anything, blah, blah, blah. I saw submarines. I saw very vividly submarines traveling to wherever it is. And it's almost like they can, you know what I'm being drawn to is that TV show when I was a kid, The Jetsons, where it's like, it's just so advanced. What we don't get is that whatever's going on in Antarctica is way more advanced than where we are at today. So it feels like a mixture of people coming together that everybody would say would never come together, but it's either for the greater good or for the need of research. Because I just see, like, I'm hearing weaponry. I'm hearing aircrafts. I feel like they're building things, but it's also like, I feel like at some point, I don't know if it's as prominent as it used to be, but I feel like at some point there was something involved with extraterrestrial life. Now, I don't know if ETs passed this spot on, or like they went in there, realized ETs were involved in this. Maybe that has something to do with the portals that I was seeing, but it's just like, it's very shush shush because there's a lot of advancement going on down there. I don't know why, but it's really drawing me to the movie, where they have a bunch of doppelgangers. Jordan something made the movie. He also made Nope, which was that alien movie, but it's not that one. It's the other one. Basically, they look like clones. That's the point of the movie. I can't remember. If anybody remembers the name of that movie, put it in the comments because that's actually a really good movie. But there's just something to do with, like, advanced technology, advanced life. I feel like they created, like, a mega city underneath Antarctica, that I can't shake that feeling. And I'm also being drawn to how, like, people have said that they've seen crafts around there. Yeah, that's true. Anything else, Spirit, before I get into the cards? I just feel like it's kind of got the vibe of an outlet mall where it's like you got a lot of options. Like, you could go in this room and you could do science. You could go in this room and we could talk about strategies for the world and like new world order. But, like, I don't know if I mean that in a conspiracy way, but just like where the world's going. I feel like this is where they have big meetings. I feel like this is where they get shit done. But I'm going to move to the cards so that maybe I can pick up stuff that I'm not picking up. But as always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, friends. No facts at all. Just some fun. Just some entertainment. Don't sue me. Please don't come for me. But as always, if you enjoyed these videos, please give it a like. It really does support my page. Hey to my regulars. Appreciate y'all so much. But let's see. Why can't we know about Antarctica? Spirit. Oh, my cards don't even want to do this. Whew. What is going on down in Antarctica? All right. So, what is going on in Antarctica? Notice how she's under the water. Funny. Just saying. Huh. Wait, hold on. That's so funny. As I threw justice down, I just heard Rihanna, well, that's not fair. Whoa. Okay. I think, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, I feel like this is where countries come together to and it's not necessarily to come together. I mean, they all kind of go there for some reason. I feel like there's something to do with the atmosphere, energy centers, something like portals. I can't escape like portals. But with 8 of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Cups, what is that? Knight of Swords? King of Swords, sorry, my apologies. King of Swords, Justice in reverse, 5 of Wands, which is conflict, but it's also many people and a structure. It's like we're trying to keep this structure because things in the real world aren't working. And so we're going underneath to create new because our system doesn't allow for us to do this. And so we found like, it feels like breakaway civilization. It's the only way I know how to describe this feeling. But usually with 5 of Wands, that usually feels like conflict, but I disagree. This feels like many people throwing their passions together to create new things or to learn new things. This feels like there are ops involved. There's many things going on down there. That's why it's kind of hard to like pinpoint it, because I feel like you got some people down there that are like really interested in evolution, learning about ETs, learning about, I'm hearing flying saucers, so maybe they're building like things that look like spaceships, or maybe they're learning from the technology. Maybe technology was left over, because like I said, I feel like they found stuff when they originally went to Antarctica. It's like stuff was left over. It's kind of like the energy of like that recent dig where they found like a bunch of crap, I don't remember, a bunch of like bodies or something like that. It's like they found stuff and then they continue to work with it. But I feel like that portal has something to do with it. I feel like they can connect with ETs, but I'm not sure that they do it anymore, because what I feel like is this has been used for a very long time. This is nothing new. I feel like it's been used for at least like, I want to say 100 years, but that would just be humans, because it feels like it goes even further than that in terms of like civilizations prior to what we know today. But moving forward, I almost feel like these also could be people that don't necessarily follow like the order of structure. So like maybe this isn't really like a, like for my conspiracy theorists, this doesn't exactly feel like something where like they go down there and, you know, I don't even want to repeat a lot of the really deep and dark conspiracies. I'm not feeling that. It's more like to get away from structure, to get away from tradition so that we can implement new things. Because when I'm seeing the 5 of Wands, usually that's fighting between people, but I almost feel it as like competition. It's like, I'm going to create this, you're going to create that. Does that mean they're going to give it to us? I don't know. We'll see. But it just feels like this is our safe space where no one can go, so that we can, it just feels like Area 51 2.0. That's what this feels like. It feels like if Area 51 went underground in like a giant igloo that kind of looks like a metropolitan area. Is that what you just said, Spirit? Metropolitan? Is that, am I saying that right? I don't know. But it feels like some sort of like civilization underneath ground. That's why we can't go there. There's nothing to do with like, it's dangerous, it's this, it's that. No, we would just get in the way of what it is they're doing. This was reverse. Yeah, it's like a passing on of knowledge as well. I don't think it's necessarily just about money either. Like 6 of Cups, that's usually like hearty connections, but it's also like nostalgia, past memories, and it's upright. So I feel like, and I'm being drawn to this book as well, where it's like, I feel like, notice how she's handing that down to the kid? I feel like originally at some point, I don't feel like it's happening anymore, because I tapped into this with Area 51. Did I do a reading on this? If I didn't and you want me to, let me know in the comments. But it feels like maybe it originally started with ETs, but then it just became like, we're taking, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, we taking over one city at a time. But it's not the vibe of like, I don't feel like it's nefarious. If it was, I don't believe it is anymore, if that makes sense. It's like, I feel like I said, I was drawn to a portal. So I feel like there's some sort of portal deep, deep down. Like, and this place is like down. Like you would really have to get away with like beating so many levels of security to see what it is. Because I almost see it like a elevator, except like you got to go down more than 100 flights. You know what I mean? Like, this is feeling like a mile deep. It's down there, and I'm being drawn to like the tunnels again, and how like now they're finally admitting that there's tunnels underground, which is so funny because the conspiracy theorists were crazy, right? But anyway, this feels like knowledge that has been, because I'm being drawn to like the bookshelf. Remember how I've said in prior conspiracy readings that it feels like they shelve a lot of things that would benefit us? This is like, I feel like this is the knowledge that hidden artifacts, maybe hidden proof of like who we used to be, proof of history, real history. Because like I'm being drawn to how like, I don't know if this is actually true, but like, didn't they say like people used to burn books? I feel like this is where like hidden knowledge is. It's like that's where the real information is. That's the sweet spot's what I'm hearing. So I feel like at one point there was some form of evolved beings. This feels like Pleiadians almost, or just human hybrids, something. There's a portal down there. I'm sorry. I see it, so I'm not going to ignore it. But it was like dropping knowledge, giving us things that would help benefit us. But I also feel with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse that they're keeping it tight-knit because they don't want to share it. But it doesn't really make sense because they're sharing it with other countries, so why wouldn't they share it with the general population? That's where the ick is that's where I'm getting some ick. All right, control. Are we shocked? No. Knight of Wands in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's like new advanced technology is what I'm hearing. New advanced technology, but it's, God, this like piggybacks on so many of my other readings. Shit getting shelved, basically, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only, because control is more important. Because, like, look at how he's, like manning the globe, right? It's like, I have to take care of this. I have to make sure this is safe. But it almost feels like they don't think we can because, oh, my God, I just heard, you can't handle the truth. They don't feel like we can handle, which is weird because we already had ETs coming out, so that's true. You can't deny that anymore. But it's just like they're babying us. There's stuff down there that... You know, I wouldn't be shocked if, like, because I'm seeing the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio where, like, he was really smart. He was a kid and he was, like, writing on a board, like a whiteboard. I don't remember the movie. If you remember it, throw it in the comments. But it's like the best minds are down there. It's like they're creating stuff down there, but are we going to get it? I don't know, especially with all the military that I feel that's in there. It might be more so for a mixture of like political gatherings coming together to have conversations that we want to have in the dark instead of in public. It also feels like the brightest minds coming together to create technology that we don't even know exists. It also feels like there was originally a group that probably lived there prior to us coming to it that was either human hybrids, extraterrestrials, whatever came before us. There was something that was there that used that land, and now we've just kind of picked up where they left off, if that makes sense. There was stuff left over. It's like being an archaeologist and finding shit, except you really didn't have to do much. You just kind of went to the land. And I'm hearing motherland, so I don't know what that means. But I just feel like there's a lot of stuff in there that would benefit us as a species. But again, it's like they're handling us with kitty gloves, which is really annoying, and I'm annoyed with this energy. Okay. Yeah, I set the intention that if there was ETs going on right now, the star would be upright and it's reversed. So I don't feel like they're connecting with ETs down there anymore, but I feel like they used to. Because Page of Cups is like, given us a little bit. This was everything we dreamed of, but we got to keep it secret. I feel like I'm almost seeing like an exchange. So I wonder if like ETs can come through the portal, talk to us. I don't feel like they do it anymore though, but I feel like they did originally, and they gave, I'm being drawn to World War II. Why? Was that when the atom bomb or nuclear bomb or something? Because I almost wonder if, like, there's something to do with World War II here, where it's, like, the nuclear bomb and how it would affect the galaxy, which is why we'll never have a nuclear war. We won't. I'm sorry. You can think that all you want. We're not going to have it because apparently it affects the rest of the universe. So it's never going to happen. They will erase us before we get hit with a nuclear bomb. But I believe they have the technology to stop nuclear bombs from working, because what I'm seeing is like a light switch and like turning it off. So I feel like, what the hell is going on in World War II? Because it feels like, no, because I read into this. World War II, that's when they talked about ETs were talking to the Russians or Germans or something, whatever. Anyway, I feel like at one point, ETs were sharing wisdom with people that refound Antarctica. And it was like a wish fulfillment, obviously with the Nine of Cups. And it was like a kind of like a way for them to like, here, we'll give you this little bit of information and we'll see how you level up as a mankind. And I feel like we were greedy about it and it just kept secret. I feel like that's kind of why ETs might have pulled out of this. I don't feel like they're as, if they are still involved, they're not as involved or hands-on as they used to be. Because I feel like, and I've gotten this in many readings, they think that humans are selfish, which is why they more so do like, they come through people like me that are willing to channel, or you'll just see a sighting, but you won't really hear much else. It's more about like, yeah, because I'm hearing Earth is Ghetto. I'm going to leave the song. I feel like they realized that people are just too in their ego and they didn't want to deal with that anymore. Yeah, literally 7 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like ETs might have pulled out of this at one point. Because with Death in the reverse, 7 of Wands, and the Fool in the reverse, not naive, trying to defend, resistance to change. I feel like humans got greedy like they usually do. And so I feel like ETs kind of pulled out of this. So I feel like nowadays it's more just country versus country versus country versus country versus country, all trying to level up in terms of technology, in terms of the future of civilization, to be honest with you. Yeah, Chariot, portal. I felt that. Okay, what's ignoring intuition? Have boats, like, gone missing around there or crashed, or did people have stories? Because I almost feel like this is like some people got through because they ignored, like, wise words. Obviously, because it's just giving Area 51 vibes, like once you step on the land, your ass is mine kind of vibe. But with 6 of Swords in reverse, I feel very strongly like it's people that tried to get there. But then look at how this person's trying to attack, and you can't see their face, right? So it's like the secrets have to be kept. The secrets have to be kept. This just so much reminds me of a portal, too. So that's just a double message. But Chariot with the High Priestess in reverse, 6 of Swords. Internet. Okay. So they're also trying to make sure that we don't get the information because it would level us up in general. Like, for instance, if we all realized how much they've kind of like shelved things that would better humanity, it would screw up a lot of systems in play. For instance, people that make a shit ton of money off of oil and, you know, the rest of, oh God, what is it? Resources, something. What is this, Spirit? Whatever they have under there, it would help us level up and change and transition. But you also have politicians going down there for meetings. And so all these people are going to interact, right? And politicians, they get paid by big-ass people like people that run oil companies and destroy our land and not move us into free energy or solar power energy. So I feel like there have been a lot of scientific advancements that either they received from extraterrestrial life or they just... or a mixture of the two. It feels like both because I'm seeing a meme that says both. They've also created next level technology, but it's not to be shared with the human population because it would throw a lot of... because I'm seeing like stock markets crashing and I'm seeing like rich people going down. So I feel like whatever's down there would benefit us where we would not be struggling so much. We wouldn't have to worry about money. Because half of the shit that we are paying for currently, we wouldn't have to pay for, again, like free energy, solar powered things. And so you don't have to buy gas and stuff like that. But because we're so stuck to the old structures, because there are still rich people in play, we don't get the advanced technology. They just use it for like military operations, or they just shelve it and just... they don't do anything with it. I think this is why the ETs pulled out, because it's like we were trying to help humankind, not your rich ass folk. You know what I mean? So, yeah, look at that. The moment I said it, Two of Cups in reverse, I feel like at one point ET's disconnected from this because, again, I'm hearing greedy. Yep, what did I say? Eight of Cups, they walked away. Because of pride. You guys care more about success and fame and being important and pride and ego, and we're trying to help you level up so that you could connect with spirit, so you could better understand the universe, the world around you, be more connected to yourself. I feel like people just got greedy, which isn't really shocking. Are we shocked? This is an ego card. I feel like there might have also been other people that walked away too because they weren't okay with what they saw. But it's not giving me your next level conspiracy of like, I know what you guys are thinking. I'll say one word and you'll know. Children. I don't feel like it's that. I just feel like it's selfishness, greed, and your brightest minds coming together to create things that for some reason we're just not getting because it doesn't pay to be advanced. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like they release themselves of us. This cycle needs to close. You guys aren't evolving. Yeah, it's like the breakdown of the divine feminine, aka the breakdown of like connecting with your intuition, learning that you're a human being, not a human doing. I feel like whatever this ancient shit is that they found, these beings, whatever it is, I keep hearing Pleiadians, so I don't know if that's part of it or whatever, but I feel like there's something about they found some stuff, they've created some stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like they're death gripping it. Like imagine if you were in your basement, right? Let's just ha-has. You were in your basement and you created a way to, I don't know. Okay, this is dumb, but it's the best example I got. Say you're in your basement, right? And you're really smart and you're tech savvy and you learned how to like hack systems so that you could erase your student debt, for instance. It's like if they could do that, but they only did it for themselves, and then they kept the information of how they figured it out super hush-hush, so it only benefited them and not everyone around the world. It's like, I'm hearing gatekeeping. Yeah, so it's like they're gatekeeping information from us, which, are we shocked? Yeah, they wanted to help us as a species evolve, remind us of why we are supposed to be connected, why we yearn and long for connection. It's because we've been so disconnected from the idea of community and being togetherness and knowing that we are all one and we're all connected, and despite, you know, despite different races, different genders, different backgrounds, like you and I were one, and your sadness is my sadness because we're all connected. It's like we got so far away from that. And so it's like, I just see like an ET going, I'm out. Then now I'm seeing the meme with SpongeBob where he's on that couch and he's like, all right, I'm gonna head out. Like, I feel like they realized that we were selfish, not us, but the rich people, and they were just like, screw this, I'm out. Yeah, literally. The devil. What is that about? Addictions. And look at the enslavement of people is literally on the card. So I'm not saying quite literally it's like to enslave people, but it's to dumb us down, basically, because a lot of the information that we could get in order to advance comes from within, right? It's self-reflection. It's realizing what holds us back and looking inward. And we've been taught to basically not do that, right? We've been taught that like, oh, you shouldn't feel your feelings, you should work, you shouldn't complain, you shouldn't cry. Any emotion that's considered negative is something you shouldn't feel. And it's like, I just feel like there have been so many opportunities. If you guys want to just have a weekend of binging my conspiracy playlist, you will see a lot of common themes of these areas in which rich people, high ups, I don't know, deep state if you want to go there, but like black shit, spirit, what's it called? Black site, the people in the background that control shit that we all know exist, but nobody's actually doing anything about it. It feels like it's those people are holding us back in our evolution. That's why you're getting, so for anybody that's, you know, very logical, and I can't blame you because I used to be super logical. I was a science major. This was not a good time for me. But it's this vibe of like, they want to hold us back because we would elevate to a level where we wouldn't need the thing. Like, for instance, okay, they're drawing me to try and dumb this down because I'm even having trouble. I realized that the only person who's in control of me is me, right? So when people make me upset, it's not on them, it's on me, because they found like spirit, help me. Help me. This is so all over the place. People will find your wounds because you're meant to see them, right? And instead of being like, ow, that hurts, you're an asshole, you can go, oh, thank you, now I learned what I need to heal, and then I can heal. And that's what I've been doing. But that's something that doesn't benefit them, right? Because if we run away from ourselves, if we're addicted to everything, right? Wake up, drink your caffeine, binge TV, go to that job you hate, come home, you're miserable because of that job you hate, so you binge TV again to avoid your life, and you drink or you smoke to avoid your life, rinse, wash, repeat. That's kind of the vibe that they were trying to originally get us out of. But again, because the powers at play don't benefit from us leveling up, because then we wouldn't need all these things, right? We wouldn't need 7 platforms of streaming services. We wouldn't need cigarettes. Like, how are you going to sit here and tell me they care about our health while at the same time they still sell cigarettes? You know what I mean? Like, make it make sense. This is still going on, where there are many black ops sites. Black op, thank you. There are many black ops sites around the world where ETs have tried to reason with humans, and they just don't want it because it doesn't benefit the financial structures that are in today's society. I hope this is making sense. Yeah, literally. It's like they don't want it in the public because we would level up. Judgment card, we would level up. They've been trying to save us for a long time. They've been trying to help us elevate. But at this point, it's like humanity, like underneath, is leveling up in terms of their technology. I feel like there are certain groups that have agreements with ETs. I know that sounds crazy. I don't really care anymore. But then the rest of them are just kind of like selfish. So I'm always drawn to Tesla when I talk about these readings. So I almost wonder if Tesla was either a channeler or he had meetings with ETs, because it's just like he was just advanced for his, and then I know they shelved a lot of his shit. So what I feel is going on currently is more technology advancements, more, I'm seeing like cancer research, I'm seeing like therapy for some reason. What's therapy got to do with anything? Maybe because the intensity of what you find there is, maybe it's therapy for the people that are down there, because this is not the only site on the world where if you were to go underneath, you'd find out a lot more that's hidden from us. It's like, if you went down into this, you'd find out that mythology is real type of vibe. Yeah, it's like they're trying to save us. They were trying to save us originally, but money and finances. It's always been about money and freaking finances. I do feel like there is a possibility for this to start coming out. And I'm hearing global warming. And then I'm being drawn to like how there's so much snow on this. I almost wonder if like, because I'm being drawn to, remember how, oh my God, Spirit, help me. I don't know if it was Canada or something, but like there was this burial ground that like rose up, and it was a bunch of like, not white kids. I don't remember, like Indians. I'm sorry. I don't watch the news anymore because it's really bad for your mental health. But it's almost like because I keep hearing like polar ice caps melting and stuff like that. I feel like some of the stuff that's hidden, it's going to be harder for them to hide it because global warming is still actually happening. I don't know when we're going to find out. It feels like we might find out some stuff in our lifetime. Not everything, though. I don't feel us, not in the timeline that we're currently at, because we're still kind of in this like spiritual war of like, are we leveling up or are we not? And with 8 of Swords in reverse, victim of circumstances, I mean, again, you just have rich people holding us back from leveling up. So to those of you that are like, this isn't fair, I want to level up, start silent meditating, because I promise you, I didn't learn all this from just research. I learned a lot from going within, quieting my mind, and tapping into the knowledge that's within us all. I know that sounds corny, but it's true. Yeah, it's like trying to win no matter what. The breakdown of the divine feminine. They don't want us in touch with our intuition. They don't want us leveling up. It's like when something new comes out and it's like, oh God, this is so hard to word because it's very, I'm trying to be careful with my words as well. But it's like when something new comes out and you want to be the first one to get it. But imagine like you could be the first one to get it and then you could shut the rest of it down because you're super rich. You know what I mean? It's like they're doing advancements underneath the ice caps, but they're not going to share it. It's just for like military and advancements in science and advancements in just that type of stuff. But again, it just doesn't feel like they're going to give us this stuff. Yeah, not working. I don't feel like whatever was going down there originally, I feel like it's not. Yeah, because I'm hearing songs all the same, only the names have changed. So I feel like it's not. I don't feel like ETs are around anymore. Yeah, as I said that, conflict cards in reverse. So I feel like they've moved on. They stopped working with us. And now you just got a bunch of smart people down there. This is giving me today for tomorrow vibes. So again, I feel like money's a big motivator in this. Obviously, when is it not? I mean, conspiracy theorists, you can argue clones, I guess. I don't really think so, though. Not here, anyway. This feels more like creating things that'll make us money. But it's, yeah, because I'm hearing the Chris Brown thing where it's like, how you going to hate from outside the club? You can't even get in. It's like the rich are getting richer and making rich, awesome things, but not sharing it with us because we're not in the club. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm being drawn to Mean Girls where it's like, you can't sit with us. It's like they're 20 steps ahead of us and they're giving us like the iPhone 27 and we're thinking that that's the most advanced technology when it's not even close. Like I almost see like touch screens, except they're like clear, like luminescent. Is that the word? I don't know that word. Spirit, is that right? Because that just came out of my mouth. I don't even know that word. Luminescent? I don't know. But I just see like screens where like you could press things, but you could see clearly through them. So there's a lot of technology happening. Realism, defeat, no way to move forward. Yeah, I just feel like, again, this is just selfish rich people doing their shit like they usually do, honestly. I don't know. This is kind of not shocking for me after all the conspiracy readings I've done. But let's take a look at the back deck. Queen of Wands. Huh. Are they being outed? Oh. Age of Aquarius. Okay, so we might actually find out some stuff, like I said. Because I'm being drawn to how, like... You know how, like, we've seen, like, pyramid-shaped stuff on, like, the moon and Mars and stuff like that. And they'll be quick to gaslight us and be like, oh, that's just, you know, whatever. But in reality, like, there's a really good chance that... I've already done a reading of the moon, so go ahead and check that out. But it's just gaslighting. That's what's going on. But with the Tower in reverse, they're trying to death grip a situation that is falling apart with the Nine of Wands. So, and then Queen of Wands being the last card, I feel like eventually we are going to be able to step into our power and become more spiritually advanced. I feel like we're looking at something where, like, I think it's hard to deny at this point that we've had a global spiritual awakening over the past couple of years. I feel like that's going to continue. And because that's going to continue, I feel like more things that they didn't want to come out will come out. What that means for us, I'm not fully sure. I have been seeing a little bit of, we will probably eventually get a lot of this free technology, free, so we don't have to pay bills, basically, like free electricity, free whatever. And it's going to come off under the guise of like, new scientific discovery, except what's really happening is we have the right to have it. We've leveled up enough where they can't fight it anymore. We already know too much is what I'm hearing. And so it's going to play out that way. Just like, you know, if any of you found me from TikTok, back in 2020, I went viral for saying that a lot of people are going to go down because it's the age of Aquarius and we're moving into a place where things can't hold together anymore. Things that aren't healthy for us, they have to fall to the wayside. They have to fall apart. And that's what's happening. We're leveling up. And so as we level up, things need to match it. And so I feel like this is a side topic, but I'll bring it up. We're probably going to see like more natural disasters. And I don't want to scare anybody about that because it feels like the earth is kind of like taking its own power back, right? Because we've used and abused it for so long, right? We overindulge in like harnessing animals to make meats and eggs and stuff, and we used to be like a farmer society. And I'm not coming for people that eat meat. I'm simply saying like we've created it into an industry and it's not natural, and so it feels like the earth is fighting it, and it feels like we are ascending and that's fighting it. And so because of that, they're trying to hold on to the fact that they have evolutionary options that we don't. But at the same time, because of some sort of transits that are happening, some sort of like, I'm being drawn to astrology. It's like we're leveling up, and because we are leveling up, they have to as well. And I don't mean like they have to level up as people. I mean, they have to give us what we deserve because we have decided that we deserve it. Does that make sense? Instead of a society of like, woe is me, and I'm not going to ask for more, we're kind of headed in this direction of like, I want more, I want answers, I want to know, how did I settle for this? How did I think that life was meant to be suffering? And because we are leveling up, we need these things to come back to us. I feel like this is why ETs are becoming more prominent lately. This is us kind of coming back to our natural essence, which is spirituality. Hate to break it to the people that aren't spiritual, but we're all psychic. We are all gifted. It's just that we've been taught that we need to do the hustle and bustle of life. And they never wanted us to get this far, but we are. Yeah. Yeah, they're just kind of waiting because it's like they're doing slow, consistent growth on their own of stuff they need to do. I almost wonder if like, because I'm being drawn to like Galactic Federation. So I almost wonder if like maybe there was a conversation with ETs to higher ups and it's like, you have to start. You have to. Like, you have to tell people what we have. I don't care how you play it out. You could pretend that some guy out of nowhere made this today, but it needs to be out. And I feel like they're not happy about this. But I do believe that the good news in this is that we are going to see a lot of technology advancements that are quote unquote coming out of nowhere. But in reality, it's not coming out of nowhere. It's been there forever. They have to give it to us now. But I'm going to end this with this conspiracy deck. If anybody is interested, you could screenshot that. But I'm going to take a look and see if I can get any additional information with this conspiracy deck, because I feel like this is where I need to go next. So let's see what final information we can get in regards to what's going on down there. What do we need to know about it? And yeah, so again, if you guys enjoy these videos, please leave it a like. It really does support my channel. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. And thank you to everyone that sits through 30 seconds of ads. That's a really easy and free way to support my page, and I appreciate it so much. So let's see what additional information we can get. All right, let's see. What'd I say? What did I say? I love when that happens. Yeah, I feel like there's meetings going on between like higher ups. I said what I said. Top secret, literally, need to know. Didn't I say need to know? You got military high-ranking officials there. But this is in the reverse. So I do feel like, because I'm hearing redacted. So again, I'm seeing my imagery for whack-a-mole. So I feel like stuff's going to come out in the news where it's like, new thing discovered in terms of science, but it's going to be washed away with like, what are the Kardashians wearing today? Like, it's going to be very much that. So we will get a trickling of new stuff coming in, but I want you to really think about like, how did they figure out how to create, I don't know. What I can't think about things that I don't know exist. So I'm kind of having a hard time here. But I feel like we're going to see new stuff coming out, especially in quality of life type things. So again, like paying gas and electricity bills. Like maybe in the future we won't be paying that because suddenly, magically, something's going to come out and it's going to be a little redacted, but we're going to find out some stuff about like things that they've been working on, but then boom, suddenly it works. You know what I mean? That's kind of that bullshit. Bioweapon, what? Oh, the nuclear thing. The nuclear thing. This is what... The nuclear thing. Hold on. Y'all. Need I say more? Money in the reverse. Okay. This is bringing me back to the World War II thing. maybe that's when the ETs got more involved. Because again, like I said, remember I was talking about the nuclear bomb and I didn't really know where that played in. I feel like maybe that is when the ETs got involved, because it was like, you are not going to let money be the reason you destroy this planet, destroy people. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song "You Got Money for Wars But Can't Feed the Poor" by Tupac. Keep your head up. That's a great song. What is celebrity, Spirit? I feel like there are some rich elite level celebrities, you know, the people that are worth like hundreds of millions, if not a billion. So maybe like P. Diddy level, that have been able to go there because they're so prominent. So I feel like, again, it's kind of given like, it's giving me the energy of like, I hate to say it, I don't think it's this dark, but like Jeffrey Epps, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Like if you had those type of connections and you're part of the Hollywood crowd, you are also allowed to go down there and see what's going on. So I do believe that there are some super, super rich celebrities that actually know what's going on down there because they've been invited to see it because they had the money to do so. Yeah, this is all about greed and money, like I said. This is also, again, going back to bioweapons, I also believe, again, they're making military stuff. So like, because I'm being drawn to, what is it? It's not Avatar, The Avengers, where, if you haven't seen The Avengers, I'm going to try to really quickly sum this up, but the Tesseract and the guys that were from, you know, the world were like, we need to save the Tesseract. And then the people that were trying to fight for us, they were like, wait a second, so you can make weapons? They find out that like they were trying to get it back to make weapons. And the guy goes, yes, unfortunately, we have to make weapons because now we're involved with ETs and we don't have the same level of technology that they do. And so we have to level up. So I feel like, again, back in that World War II area, because I'm just so drawn to the nuclear bomb, I feel like they had to learn that they weren't alone in the world. And then it was like build, 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 create weaponry, spaceships. I honestly feel like they have spaceships that are actually not spaceships. They've learned how to create spaceships, but it's not ET spaceships. Does that make sense? Like, you know, I'm being drawn to Roswell and how supposedly, you know, that wasn't ETs, but you know, if you know, you know. But like, I feel like they've been tinkering and learning how to create the same stuff because it's like, in order for us to level up as a species, we have to be kind of leveled up with the outside. Because, okay, you know how like, this is the only way I know how to explain this. You know how different countries, they'll find out like, oh, you made the atomic bomb. Well, now I got to make something to make sure that I can keep up with you. It's like that, except like galactic, if that makes sense. So it's like they're learning things and how to create things that we've never seen or understood before, which is why I'm having such a hard time doing this. Yeah. Do you notice how this looks like a tunnel? It's like this is where they go to create all this shit, but it's not for us. It's not for us. I feel like they have to, though. It's like I'm just keep hearing disclosure. Road. Hold on. I knew that would come out eventually. Healing. Yeah, just like I said. Power in the reverse. Okay. So, all right. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes, only 0 facts here. Originally, there were people that would try and share this information with us. I'm being drawn to like people that would want to, you know, help the planet. And I feel like those people had mysterious... Need I say more? So there were people that tried to help us, and unfortunately, because need to know, I just keep hearing need to know, because they wanted us to heal. But they took that chance, and they're a hero, even though we don't know who they are, because they knew that the power was not, it wasn't fair, it wasn't equal. So if you have heard about anybody that, you know, was like, Antarctica's got this going on, blah, 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 and then like the media painted them out as crazy, and then maybe they went missing, or maybe they unalived themselves. I really hate that word. Oh my God. Anything like that, notice that, because these people that sound crazy, they saw some stuff and they were trying to share it with us because they knew that the power structures were not fair. and they wanted us to heal. I also feel, and I've been saying this in all of my conspiracy readings, I keep seeing it. I feel like, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, zero facts here, I feel like they have the cure for, I don't know if this is going to get demonetized. You know how there are 3 water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and the C word? I feel like I've been seeing this forever. I feel like they can heal. There's some sort of like energy. I know this sounds nuts, but listen, this is what I'm channeling, and I'm not going to lie. There's some sort of like energy system that we don't understand that would actually heal the body. But again, they've held it from us. So I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. Yeah, people have seen this, and they've like I'm seeing like YouTubes where like they're interviewing people, but like they're hidden and their voices change. So maybe look out for that. That could be a future thing, or that could have already happened. I'm not sure. But I just see like people trying to tell their story, and they're like, yeah, I was a high ranking official for the military, the army, and I was in whatever number 72, and this is what I saw. You know what I mean? So I think we've had people that have tried to tell what was going on, but they've either been marked as crazy, or they went missing, or they suddenly had a car accident or something like that. Yeah, because everything needs to be kept a secret. Because pride has always gotten in the way. Pride, ego. I also see like, I feel like there's like a healthy / non-healthy competition, because it's like we agree that we can all exist in this space, but I feel like these countries are competing to like level up and like who goes first type of thing. So it almost feels like, because I'm seeing like a science fair and like who wins first place, but I'm seeing like Germans, Americans, Russians, whoever else. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's this like, so I guess some things are technologically being worked on, but it feels more so military based, whereas anything that would benefit our life has already been created and shelved, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yep. Government control. Yep. So, like I had said earlier, it's like I'm psychic. We are at a crossroads right now where humanity is deciding if they're going to level up or not. And if you're seeing this in the beginning of 2024, if you see this 3 years later, well, we'll see what happens. But right now we're having an even bigger divide where people are leveling up, and the other people that aren't leveling up, they're just not coming. Like, you got 3D and you got 5D people. You got people that just want to cling to victimhood and that the world is awful and nothing matters and there's no life after death and blah, 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 blah. Those people are going to stay stuck. But the rest of us are going to level up. Now with this, the timeline issue, I saw this same issue when I was trying to do the reading on who'd be president next. There are a lot of timelines that are crossing, and because remember, free will is involved. But I wish I could show you this. I'm almost seeing like a rainbow, except like it's in a bottle, but then like it shoots out in different directions. That's kind of what I'm seeing. It's like right now we're still at a place where it's not that we won't necessarily fully level up. It's just a matter of like how fast, what will they disclose, when are they going to disclose it, how much do we have to level up for them to be forced to disclose it type of thing, because it's in our control. We have the power, not them. But we have to realize we have the power in order to do something about it. So again, if we have this lack mindset, if we believe that the only thing we can do is have a minimum wage job and suffer all of our life and have miserable relationships, if we're always in our ego and we're always in our pain, then we're not going to level up and we're not going to be able to see what the world really has to offer us, aka there are going to be people that click on this video and say, this bitch crazy. And fair, I get it. I'm not even mad about it. That being said, those are the people that are the 3D people that are not going to level up, and they're going to continue to have conflict in their life, and they're going to continue to be uncomfortable because we as a species are evolving. And they know that, which is why they're trying very hard to like, I'm hearing crisscross applesauce, but I'm seeing my whack-a-mole image again, where it's like, oh, remember the whistleblower alien thing that came out? And then like it was online for all of 2 seconds, and then we never heard about it again because God forbid we pay attention to that so that we could focus on Taylor Swift's 27 boyfriends. But that's the point. And I'm not even trying to drag Taylor. It's just that they know psychologically how to get us distracted. That's what they've always been doing. That's how they know to get us lost, right? We watch the news and then we hate each other instead of focusing on what got us there in the first place, the higher ups. And so instead of realizing our ability to level up, we feel like we're a victim to circumstance. So right now, with timeline issues in the reverse, we are leveling up, but it's a slow level up because, again, people have been in trouble for revealing the secrets, but at the same time, society at large is society at large is leveling up. So it's like, I feel like they're just trying to hold on dearly, but it's not going to last very long. Portal, surveillance. Yeah. In Antarctica, deep in the mountains, in it. It's not just like just snow, because look at how this kind of looks like. It's like you could go through and then there's the outside, but then here's something different. You know what I mean? So there is definitely something going on there. But then with surveillance, it's like, this is why you can't go there. They watch you, because if you were to get anywhere close to, and I'm also being drawn again to global warming. So I wonder if some of the things that they were good at hiding were too far up top and now they're starting to be seen. So again, this is why you can't go there, because you would find out all the things that they're doing. The reason you might not be seeing people actually headed there, again, I'm being drawn to the submarines. There are definitely submarines underneath that are somehow getting, because I'm being drawn to like George Jetson. Do you remember that cartoon where it's like they were so technologically advanced? And then we've always questioned, like, why did we stop evolving? Like, we were evolving really quickly and then it just plummeted, right? Like NASA all of a sudden just went to the ocean. You know what I mean? You got to ask bigger questions. So they're trying to control the rate at which we level up, if that makes sense. Dude, I said that. Yeah, secret trips, war in the reverse. I feel like whoever freaking, this is what irritates me. The logical people that are like, rich people could never keep a secret. Duh, that's why some of the people have gone missing. Or, you know, they've been made to look like they're crazy and suddenly they're in rehab and now they're weird and different. It's because the people that talk get in trouble. That's why things don't change. So you got secret trips still going on. But with the war in the reverse, this feels like we're coming together for the same reasons. We want to control the way the world is turning. I don't feel like this is concern for us in terms of like, I don't want to scare y'all with this. I don't feel like we're headed towards a place where we're going to be controlled and nothing like that, because we are still spiritually leveling up. But again, with that timeline card before, it's just like, this was the initial goal. It's like, keep them small, keep them stupid, keep them unaware. No such thing as aliens. You're crazy. You only believe in God, and God's a white man, even though he's supposedly from Jerusalem. He's white. Like, just start asking questions, because none of it's making sense. The math ain't mathing is literally what I just heard. So even though you could sit here and think that we got legitimate wars, which we do, obviously, people are dying and people are risking their lives, but ask what's really going on by the people that are doing this, because it's not really about, we hate them, we feel like they're dangerous, because these are the same people, the higher ups, that are meeting up in secret. So is there really an issue, or is the issue money? Because guess how much money war makes? You know what I mean? All right, I've gone way too far, but this was very interesting and I couldn't stop. Yeah. I think eventually stuff's going to keep getting leaked. It gives me the same kind of vibe of like the whistleblowers with the aliens. So now it is technically fact, but do we hear anything about it? No, because we're too busy worrying about celebrities and their stuff. So we're going to continue to, I'm seeing like trickling in. So again, newfound scientific discoveries, but they're not new. Trapped in the reverse, it's given the same energy of like, we're going to slowly be able to get out of this and learn. Yeah, because I just saw, you can still get out of this. That's actually a scene from Tom Segura's comedy sketch, for anybody that hears me reference that all the time. But private property in the reverse, again, I feel like we're going to start to see stuff because global warming. Yeah, corruption. Are we shocked? Making stuff up because everything's hidden. That's what's going on with Antarctica. It's a hot spot to learn and evolve and not be in the public eye and not have to answer for the things you're doing. Let's see the back of the deck. Water in the reverse. Oh, shit. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad. See, this is the point. Everybody wants to believe that you need to pick a side, right? But at the end of the day, money is what rules everything. So under the water, under all what's going down is what's really going down. And guess what? That's where Republicans and Dems, they meet up. I love how Democrats are in the reverse, though. But anyway, they're meeting up together. They're not, this is why, see, good in the reverse. This is why we got to stop fighting with one another. Because at the end of the day, even these two can come together over money, over greed, over new world and making things work for their benefit. These guys don't care about you. That's why I keep saying, like, the system itself needs to change. It's not about blue or red. It's about real, actual change. Literally, good in the reverse. But with deep state in the reverse, that gives me more the vibe of this isn't next level conspiracy like most people would think. Like I said before, children, I'm gonna leave it at that. Royalty in the reverse. I mean, are we shocked that the royals would be there? I mean, Prince Andrews is literally on Jeff's list. So, yeah. And again, they're holding us back because they're afraid. They've blackmailed people that have tried to tell the truth. I'm hearing NDAs. People have been paid off that wanted to tell the truth. Yeah. Yeah. It's like they got their own society that doesn't actually have to listen to the rules, that have a completely different lifestyle than we do because they are so advanced. Like, I'm seeing, like, astronaut food. Like, I feel like it's a next level. We wouldn't understand it. It's why I'm having a hard time. Yeah, they build stuff down there. Underwater, literally. They build stuff down there. For military, weaponry, wars. But again, they're all in the same pocket. I need y'all to remember that. They are all in the same pocket. Because they all... Remember, we do 4 years, we hate somebody, we switch colors. We do 4 years, hate somebody, switch colors. Nothing's changing, right? It's because greed is what rules the world. It's not red or blue. So that was super interesting. I think this is my new favorite reading, but if you didn't enjoy it, bummer, because I did. I think that was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. It really does support my channel. If you want to share this with your friends, let them know what's going on. Feel free, because I know this video is not going to just blow up. They would not want that. But anyways, if you enjoyed this, you could follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Links are all down below. If you would like to book a personal reading, links are all down below. But I will catch you guys in my next videos. Thank you to my regulars. And if you're not a regular, please consider subscribing. And I will catch you guys in my next video. So thank you for watching.